Hey everybody, this section is going to be much like the previous lecture, in which I will bring up a SIG code and you will be able to say to yourself or write down the correct translation of that SIG code. If you wish, you can turn off my voice and just put it on mute and be able to just roll through it just visually. That's fine. In this particular lecture, you won't have to deal with my ugly mug. You'll just have to look at the screen. The first one is APAP. APAP. As a hint, I'll give you it is a drug and not the directions. We're looking for acetaminophen or Tylenol. Acetaminophen. Our next letter is C. Notice it has a bar over it. So C with a bar over it. It is not a drug. It is part of directions. The correct answer is with. With. Now you'll remember there is supplemental materials to all of these pharmacy abbreviations lectures, which you can look at a full, more in-depth list than what's gone over in the lectures themselves. Now the lectures themselves will go over the hardest hitting and maybe the most important ones, but nonetheless I strongly recommend looking at all of the other ones. QS. QS. This is another direction. QS. Quantity sufficient. Notice this is quantity sufficient, and the Q does not mean every. It's one of the few Q abbreviations where the Q does not mean every. Quantity is sufficient, so you'll be dispensing enough to fulfill the directions of the prescription. One every day for 7 days, quantity sufficient would be 7. That would be the quantity. AC. AC. This is the directions telling you when to take something. The correct answer is before meals. I told you A means before, C meaning meals, so before meals. QHS. QHS. Another abbreviation that tells us the time of when to take something. Q does mean every time here. It means every night at bedtime. Every night at bedtime. QHS. AU. AU. If you'll remember, I said A is A for audio, like ear, and U will be both. So the correct answer is both ears. Both ears. IM. IM. 10 years ago, that definitely would have meant a chat feature on your internet, but today it just means intramuscularly. We're going to inject something intramuscularly. PV. PV. This is how we're going to take something. If you'll remember, PO was by mouth, but this one is PV, and it means vaginally. The V will mean vaginally. This can be something like a vaginal suppository or a vaginal cream. And you'll apply something PV, apply it vaginally. OD. OD. If you remember earlier, I told you the O meant pertaining to the eyes, so ophthalmic, not to be confused with otic. Remember, A is what will be used for ears. So right eye. D meaning right. Sometimes D is shortened for dextro, and dextro can mean right, but right eye. ASA. ASA. A little bit of a hint, this is not a directions, this is actually a medication. If I tell you to take 81 milligrams of ASA a day, I'm telling you to take 81 milligrams of aspirin a day. ASA means aspirin. Q8H. Q8H. Remember, Q in most cases means every. 8, of course, means the letter 8. No big secret there. And H means hours. So we're going to take something, Q8H, we're going to take it every 8 hours. If you remember, C has a bar over it, and sometimes you'll see SS have a bar over it as well. One hint is that it's not a directions and it's not a medication. It actually is a quantity. SS is 1/2. 1/2. So if you see 1/2 or SS tablet by mouth every night at bedtime, you'll see SS tablet. And that is it. I have no more of these little examples like this. The index cards idea that I had talked about earlier is just bar none the best way to learn these. Nonetheless, take advantage of the video course and watch these pharmacy abbreviation videos a couple times to be able to really have it down.